everybody. It's Psychic Hunter David with Saturday morning. I believe it's the 3rd of May. We're getting there. We're getting to Cinco de Mayo. That's Monday. I have a friend whose birthday's that day. I have a sister whose birthday's in and around now, too. Anyway, the energy is getting better, thank God. We're moving into a little bit more of a high positive energy. Next week is far better than it's been. And there's going to be some truths come out. I said this. We look at the next 6 to 7 weeks, wait and see what's coming. There'll be a lot of things unfold that people did not expect. Things will open up, things will unfold, situations will resolve, people will have people from the past resurrect around their life mid-late May. They'll wonder what the hell, why? Because things need to be sorted, things need to be resolved. And a lot of people are going to be shaking their head once we get through that full moon in Scorpio next week, saying like, what in the hell am I waiting for? What am I doing? Why am I not moving forth with my life? Why am I not fully enjoying my life? And this is going to be a big thing across the board. I've seen this in readings. I can see where things are sort of heading and where they're going. We have one of the biggest transit changes come the end of May. As soon as we hit Gemini, we got Jupiter there only until mid-May, and then mid-June, I'm sorry, and then it goes into the constellation of Cancer sign, which of course is Canada and America. Britain's a Capricorn. So there's a lot going to go on. We're going to see things expand and change, and things you never thought were going to happen. We're also going to see too where people have been betrayed. It's really interesting. I saw this thing that I thought was hilarious, and it said, if you're following the sheep, all you're seeing is assholes. That was the funniest goddamn cartoon that somebody wrote. I don't know where it came from or who did it, but it was hilarious. And there's a little bit of truth to that, unfortunately. People are going to see across the board, hey, you know what? You were hooked, hook, line, and sinker. You were pulled in, and boy, are they going to be mad. There's going to be a lot of stuff like that go on in the coming months. But on a positive note, take care of self, do what you love, go after what you love, visualize, meditate, have gratitude, start looking at all the things you do love, and start changing things around and manifesting and into your own reality. Like me, like taking things I did not love and want anymore, dropping them off at the Sally Ann, and then there was this little Flow Blue cup and saucer to do with a pattern actually that my mother had quite a lot of growing up. It was quite ironic for $3, and then getting a discount was like $2.49 or some nonsense. It was ridiculous. So life actually turns things inside out. As I said, I'm reading that great book, getting further and further into it. He does repeat himself quite a bit in the second chapter, but it is really quite interesting, the stories that you read. I didn't really know that much about Josephine Baker. I knew a lot about Judy Garland, but I didn't know a lot about Josephine Baker. And it was quite fascinating to hear the story of her experience, her life, and how really good-hearted she was with all the traumas she went through from a young child. It's unbelievable how these poor people of African ancestry in the South and in the Caribbean were treated. It was just deplorable, deplorable. There's no wonder my grandmother Macready never spoke about her father's ancestry, never spoke about it, which was sad. But anyway, I'm available, I'm around, I've got openings today and tomorrow. Anybody wants to get a reading, give me a ding, and enjoy the day no matter. I know it's cloudy and overcast, but as I was listening to The Garden Show, which I love, on AM 740, she was speaking about the fact that especially in Prince Edward County, where my mother's ancestry reigned for a couple hundred years, they need the rain. They become very dry all summer, so they need this. So we've got to give, the grass and the trees and the buds and the birds and everything what they need. Wish you guys all the best. You heard it here first. And as I said, I'm around. Give me a call. Cheers.